Saying as a military man, you learn very early a lesson, and that is never to keep a president waiting. So my my comments will be very brief. Mr. President, ministers, General Diaz, my co-host, thanks so very much for the hospitalities. Thanks so very much for the opportunity to travel to your country, your capital, and have this very important conference. This is a very important forum, an opportunity for all of us to get together. To talk about the security issues that really impact us all. The presence of so many high-level people in the room, and I want to make special note of the fact that we've, for the first time, have the police chiefs or officials here. I think it's an indicator of how important it is to have all of the individuals that are interested in security in all of our countries to participate in a conference like this. You may or may not know it, but there's a large contingent of U.S. officials here, very high-level officials. I would note certainly that Ms. Erin Logan is here from the White House. Erin is, in fact, one of my president's top advisors on this part of the world, and I think it's the first time we've had someone from the White House at that high level attend this conference. But we also have from across the American interagency representatives here. We have FBI, we have DEA representatives, Homeland Security, obviously Department of State is here. Officer to Secretary of Defense. The new Secretary of Defense, good friend of mine, Ash Carter, sends his regards and has every intention of paying attention to this part of the world for a lot of different reasons, one of which is, frankly, my president has recently very publicly indicated that this part of the world has been neglected, and this part of the world is, in fact, one of his top 4 national security and national policy priorities. But as I say, we have a great many Americans here, and that's an indication of how important this conference is to my government. And I have to add as well that General Marty Dempsey, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, has sent his special representative down to participate. That's the first time. Admiral Kirk Tidd is here and is participating. And again, Marty Dempsey, very interested in this part of the world. But we also have representatives not just from the Central American countries, but Chile is here, Colombia is here, Mexico is here. Again, a tremendous indication of how important this conference is. And you know that my Vice President Biden, has taken real interest in this part of the world, particularly Central America, as a region. And that region starts at certainly in our view, at the U.S. southern border with our border with Mexico, all the way down deep into the region, down through Central America. I think you all know that my president, again, is not only with lip service indicated that this part of the world is one of his top 4 priorities, but he's put his money, as we say in America, put his money where his mouth is. And in the budget this year, there's at least $1 billion that will be focused on regional issues, regional development. That's not necessarily security, but it will add to security if, in fact, these programs, this money works. But we see great trends across the region. The general and the minister mentioned the fact that homicides are down, not just in Honduras, and violence is down, not just in Honduras, but across the region, Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala. But we also are a little bit concerned where we see violence increasing, some of the other nations further south. But the trends are all pretty good. I meet, as I think most of you know, with human rights groups everywhere I travel, in the United States and Washington, as well as, in fact, I met, General Diaz and I met with a number of them here in the hotel yesterday. All of the trends in the 2.5 years I've been in this job, all of the trends in human rights are going in the right direction. Again, I think it's a great tribute to the leadership, civilian and military leadership, and the police leadership in this region. And there's no reason those improvements can't continue. As I said, there's just tremendous optimism, I think, in my country relative to this part of the world, and it's about time, in my opinion. And I would tell you, I know all of the ambassadors and all of the embassies, the American embassies in this part of the world. They're all on the team in terms of representing the needs of this region back to the United States. And I'll just end by saying again, Mr. President, ministers, people really of Honduras, thanks so very much for the hospitality. Thanks for the teamwork and the partnership and the friendship. and we'll make some real difference in terms of what comes out of this discussion for the next 2 days. So thanks so very much.